Hey y'all, hey, Chicago Shay baby, and we are back. We're broadcasting live from the Chicago Spring Fling. We're down here at the Sheraton Hotel. If you're in Chicago, we've been here all day, y'all. Come down here and holler at your girl, especially tomorrow because the book signing will be there. Will be open from 3 to 5 to the public, and one of the people that will be there, honey, is the paranormal sensation. What's that phenomenon? You know, my lips is big. I can't say all that. Hollie Smurthwaite. Hollie, how are you, darling?
I'm doing great.
Listen, girl. You know, your last name took me through the changes. I said, how the hell do you pronounce this? Then you just came up here. You can't say that. I'm like, oh, I can say that. I can do that.
You did great.
I did great.
Yes, you did.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Oh, as a writer?
As a writer? No, not as a writer, because we'll get into that. You can tell them the genre that you write in, but just everything about Miss Hollie, like what it is in the day in the life of Hollie Smurthwaite.
Oh, see, now you're getting to be an expert.
I'm telling girl, I'm sexy with it now, girl.
That's right.
Honey, I'm an easy teach, baby. Yes.
I'm gonna have to steal some of that.
You can. You gotta get it.
So I am a writer and a mother and a wife. And so in the day of my life, weekdays, I'm getting my son up, feeding him, watering him, getting him to school.
Did you say watering him?
Oh yeah. and then I go home and write. And then I'm very lucky that my husband works like less than a mile from his school, so he picks him up, so I don't have to pick him up. So I pretty much do writing and writing related things pretty much all day if I can.
That's what's up. Now, are you in the Chicago area or do you have to fly? Oh, you live here. Okay,
I
cool.
do.
So you just came up the street, huh?
I got on the train, but yeah.
I absolutely love that. So paranormal, romantic suspense. Girl. Okay, so what's that?
What is it? It's like romantic suspense.
I get it because because first when I'm like, okay, I think I know the genres, right?
Right.
But when I'm talking to different authors, I'm like, okay, your romantic suspense paranormal is different from, I'm like, okay, girl, so you tell us what you write about. Are you like shapeshifters, werewolves? Are you vampires?
Psychics. So in my series, the psychic gift is the ability to read and experience other people's memories, and then with traumatic memories you can actually take them away, but you have to hold them yourself. So that's sort of right. So that's sort of like the world, and then the I just have the one book now, but then the series is going to be based off of this particular skill or magic.
Girl, what kind of Harry Potter is that? No, but that's interesting. I love the whole, because girl, I'm a mentalist, and girl, I love the mentalist. Like the line, like or what was the one? Psych. Like you guys are not. I love Psych. Gus and Sean. Oh my god. Gus and Sean were my boys, and I love the mentalist. It's like that whole psychic kind of hoopla,
Right.
Yeah, it throws me out too sometimes. I'm like, are you really a psychic, or you have a great memory? So what made you want to write in this? Is this the only genre that you write in?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why this genre?
Well, I kind of wanted to tell. So I wanted to mash some things up, right? So I was like, serial killer, that would be cool.
Yeah,
and then I was like, some magical something. And I also like my background. Like for a while, I did rape crisis hotline work. Oh. So I kind of wanted to put all that kind of stuff together to talk about. So the romantic part is that I think that broken people sometimes are just like they can't have love until they're unbroken.
Right.
And not everybody becomes unbroken.
Right.
And you can still have love as broken as you are.
With another broken person.
Yeah.
And just
exactly.
Right.
You just got to find the right kind of brakes.
The right kind of brakes. Like you're not, my brake don't match your brake.
That's right. If we're broken in the same place, we're just screwed.
Yeah, listen, and we need help. And yeah. And then that's when Dexter is born.
That's right. Yeah, we don't want to go on the Dexter territory.
We don't want to go on the Dexter territory. Even though he was kind of, I was like, okay, Dexter.
He did have a code.
He did have a code, yeah.
Right.
We love Dexter. Okay, so we got this. So your last book. Tell us a little bit about your last novel.
So it's also my first novel.
Listen, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I didn't want to be an asshole. I'm like, but I think that's what that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. I was looking though. I was like, I think this is it, but I was just like, let me just ask her.
Right. So we can't get it wrong.
I didn't want to be a jerk, but you ain't got but one book, right? Right. Okay, well, cool. I'm good.
So it's about a woman who's got this ability. I call them memory surgeons, and then she's messed up.
What's the name of it?
The Color of Trauma.
The Color of Trauma. It came out like 2019, right?
2021.
It was 2021. It was last year?
Last year.
Oh my God. I know went through trauma. It was. Yes, it was. You're right.
We all went through trauma in 2021. But this was like heavier than COVID trauma.
Yeah.
But then it's like, so she's trying to deal with her life, and at the same time, my other protagonist is a Chicago homicide detective, who is, of course, the lead detective on a serial killer case. And the only victim who's lived is in a coma. And so you can't interview someone in a coma unless you have somebody who can read somebody's memories. So that's how those two kind of dovetail together, and her trying to help him solve this case. And of course, being a book and a drama, she don't want to, right?
Of course not.
So, but she ends up doing it, and then she ends up helping him pretty much solve the case.
That sounds so interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, I love like murder mysteries anyway. Everyone that knows me know I'm a murder she wrote. Listen, if Angela Lansbury walking here right now, I'm just gonna fall out in the floor and start kicking. I'm telling you I am. So I love that whole murder mystery type hoopla meets romance, the castles, the whole, stuff like that, girl. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I didn't like them as a couple though, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. So what made you want to, and that sounds so good though, like that is like a series. That you can see that like on Lifetime or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's hot. That's like The Mentalist or something like that, to be able to read someone's memory.
Right.
Girl, what made you psychic? Can you read my memory?
I wish. No.
Girl.
No.
This is neat.
No, I was, the genesis of it really was, I was going to write actually a completely different story with the same sort of thing. But then I thought about the whole idea, like if you didn't remember something really horrible that happened to you, I think part of you thinks like, oh, then I would just be normal, right? I'd be just like I was. But I don't think that that's true. That the clients that she has, like sometimes if you can take the edge off, like you can maybe get past it.
Right.
But I think, like when I did some research on actually how memory works and stuff, and so sometimes there's like deep in your brain,
right,
there's this spot like where PTSD goes. So like you smell roses and all of a sudden you're having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And I thought if you had that memory taken away, you wouldn't know why, right? You're just sweating and freaking out. You have no idea why.
Oh my God.
And I was thinking like all those kind of things I thought was so interesting. And then I thought from her point of view, she's holding like a bunch of people's like horrible trauma. And she started out when her parents made her do it when she was younger. So, and it was people who could pay, right? So it was like no matter how horrible it was, and she didn't really have a choice.
Right.
And so it was like, and so then
it turned into a freak show.
Yeah, because if you think about like anywhere in the world, people have gone through like the most horrible thing you can imagine. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be bad.
Yeah.
Bad. And then who gets help too? It's like then the rich people.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you don't have $2 million, you're living with that rate. It's like, too bad.
Oh well, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Right. And so, and then she can only do so much, right? Because you have to process all the stuff that's not even yours. And so that's the other thing too I thought was interesting. It was like, well, if it didn't actually happen to you.
Right.
So what excuse do you have to be so messed up? But it was like, on the other hand, you now know like the most horrible thing that can happen to a person, right?
Oh my God. And you can feel it too. Well, if you've done your memory, so it feels like it happened to you. But
yeah,
it really did.
You actually live it, like this horrible experience. And then if you take it, you have to keep it with you.
Really?
She's kind of like shoving it in a box in her brain, but yeah, she's got to take it with her. So she's not a very nice person. Like she's salty, right?
That's some sad shit. Hollie, how the hell you come up with that?
I don't know.
This interview is over. I'm over with. I was like, what the hell? But it's so interesting though. I'm telling you, I will read that. I'm going to read that. I'm going, that's great. I'm going to read that. And somebody need to put that in, make that a series. That would be hot. I'm telling you, that would be hot.
Well, it is. I'm working on book 2 now.
That's my. I'm sorry, a TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would be cool.
Yeah, TV series like that needs to be like on the big screen. A TV series. I love America. I love y'all. but it sounds more like how the BBC how their stuff is. It's like
right.
So what's her name? The Murder Markle and all them. Yo, that would be hot. It's like a Sherlock Holmes type deal. Girl, yes.
From your mouth to God's ear.
I'm telling you that.
Are you listening, Hollywood?
Hollywood, you know I'm listening. That's some good shit though, for real.
Thanks.
Love it. Okay, I got all excited. So, how hard was it for you to be published, or are you traditionally published, or did you go you went the indie route?
I went indie route. So I submitted it. It won it was a 2019 Illinois, soon to be famous Illinois manuscript contest.
Okay.
And then it got, like, one of the prizes is you get moved to the Illinois author project contest, and I won that too. So then those are like
the winning shit. Look at this.
That's right.
And she's one winner.
But it's judged by librarians, which is very cool.
Very cool.
Because the library's awesome.
Yes.
So I was gonna traditionally publish that. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I sent out like maybe 10 query letters. And every time I sent it out, it's not even when I got a rejection, just when I submitted, I didn't want to write anymore. I was like, this is horrible, and I feel awful, and I didn't even know why. And then I kept seeing indie stuff. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. So,
that makes sense.
Yeah, yep. So.
Girl, because that concept, no, I bet them traditionally published people be like, what the fuck? And looking at people in the wheelchair awkwardly like, are you reading me? But that's like some amazing shit. I really like that. So being a novelist, because you just started. But even though you just started, you go through a lot of shit to learn a lot of shit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what did you learn a little too late?
I learned so much a little too late. Everything takes longer than you think it is. I think it's kind of like a kitchen remodel.
Girl,
like
I just remodeled my kitchen.
Budget and time-wise, you're just like, it's going to cost $500. And it's going to take 2 weeks. And then it takes like 2 months, 3 months, and it costs like $10,000.
No, like $500,000.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of like that. Like every step of the way, you think it's going to take me this much. Like you finish the draft, and you're like, I finished a draft, and then it was like, but it sucks. You have to fix it.
It's like me when I said, "This is my last interview." They was like, "No." I was like, "Oh,
you got one more, right?"
I said, "Oh, okay, no. You gotta fix it."
That's right. Yeah,
I get that. I absolutely get that. Now, did you submit yourself to any publishing companies?
I did to a couple,
and they just rejected it, or?
Yeah, like one was like it was like. They didn't like the romance. It was too much romance in it. They didn't want. They were just looking for like paranormal suspense.
Oh, that's what they were
So
looking for.
It wasn't like they were just like, no, I don't think so. And so I was just like, yeah, okay, that's okay. And then mostly what everyone gets, of course, is just the form. Like, it doesn't mean it sucks. It's just not for me. It's kind of,
It don't suck everywhere. It just sucks here.
Which is true. I mean, like everyone has different tastes. I mean, you know that as soon as you like. Talk to somebody about a book you love, and they're like, "Really?"
Yeah, I'm like, it's regular. Yeah,
right. Or vice versa. You're like, "I love that," and you were like, "Really?"
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. Because some books that I just even TV shows I like, or even the books I like to read.
Right.
My people like, really, Shay? No, I'd be like, I loved it.
Right.
And then some that they may love and be like, yeah, no, it's
right.
Too
and then they're like, oh, you just gotta watch like 10 episodes.
Yeah. And then there's like that's the season. I feel
yeah, season 3 it gets great.
That's what I'm saying. There's like 10 episodes. You look at the 10 episodes, you be like, this the whole damn season. I feel tricked. I'm upset. Right. And I can't get this binge watch 4 hours back.
Right.
That's just how I feel in my life. But I love that. Okay, so what's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year? In the literary world and in your personal life?
I gotta get book 2 out.
You gotta get another book out, ma'am. So how was the response and stuff to your debut novel?
You know what? It was funny because this is the first one. So then you kind of go from being like a writer to an author, and it's like this big deal.
It is.
You think it's a big deal, and then it was just like not, because for one thing, like your book comes out and you're just like at home, it's like every other day, and then people are like, "How many have you sold?" I was like, I can't be that person refreshing Amazon and seeing how many books I sold. Right. I was like, because what happens if I sold 5 right?
Right.
Then I got to go start writing again.
That's true, but even if you sold 500,000, you still gotta go write again.
Right,
So
right.
it's the same thing, but yeah, I love that though. Now, when it was time for you to do like your cover, your book covers and all that stuff, like, did you know where to go? Did you make your own, or?
Oh man, I had book cover woes.
Bring in the tequila, honey.
when I won this contest, I got a book cover done, and it was brilliant. It was beautiful. And then I changed the genre. I was like, because I thought it was going to be just suspense, and there was like too much romance in it, and I was like, that was the part I loved to write the most. So I was I was like, this cover's beautiful, but it's not the right market, right? No one who's looking for romance is going to go like, oh, it wasn't a romance cover.
Right.
So I hired this other guy.
But you kept that cover though.
I still have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got this cover, and then like the first draft came, and I was like, oh no, I don't like anything of it. So I kept going like, no. And then there was one I was like, all right, I don't hate it. So then he was like fine tuning a cover I didn't hate.
Oh my God.
And then when it was done, I was just like, I couldn't do it. So I just scrapped that. And then I had to go find another cover.
So wait, why didn't you, the person who made the cover that was brilliant that you love, why you just didn't go back to them to be like, yo, but give me a new cover, boo?
Oh, because somebody else had paid for it. So it was like a contest win, right? So
we can pay for our new cover. Let's go find who did this. How much do you cost? We need another one.
It was through an agency, so it wasn't. They don't let you know who did your cover. It was like yeah, here's your cover. So you can't like go around them.
I was about to say, girl. We're like, who did this? Yeah. What's his name? Tell him we need another one over here.
Yeah, they were like, no, you just don't get to know.
Like, yeah,
but I found a great cover designer, and so then I learned the hard way how to do it. So then I went looking, and I made a Pinterest board. I was like, these are the covers I like.
Oh, yeah,
and then I found like 2 or 3 of them had the same cover designer, and I was like, well, I'm just going to contact her. And I did. And so, then she gave me like, I hired her. She gave me one draft. I was like, it's not urban enough. And then the second draft, I was like, it's perfect. So I was really happy with it.
So you were happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. That's cool. I love it.
It was a really good lesson on how to do cover. So now when anyone asks me anything, I'm always like, this is how you find a cover designer. Because I don't want anyone to have to go through what I did.
Nothing at all. Now, is this your first conference in romance writing or anything like that? First workshops? First?
No. 2019, I came to this one, but it was all virtual because of COVID. So I go to a lot of conferences, but this is my first live in-person romance conference.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So do you think you're going to stay in this genre? Because you're considered in the romance genre. Well, but the paranormal. Are you going to stay with the paranormal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every time I tried to write something without it, it was just like, what if she was a witch? It's like, it would be so much more interesting if, like I turned into a werewolf or a demon or whatever,
I'm telling you, I tell everybody, Cole was the best demon I've ever met from Charm. I love them.
Right?
I don't care. Angel, I love them. I don't care. I'm sorry. They are the absolute best.
Yeah.
Girl, you can't tell them nothing. All right, in this book, one of your characters, if you could sit down and have tea with one of them, who would it be?
Oh, Kira. She's my main character. Because when I wrote her, I was just channeling like someone. Are we allowed to swear?
Hell yeah.
Oh, did not give a fuck, right?
No, it was just, fuck, yeah.
She was just like, if she felt uncomfortable, she went on the attack. And I was like, it's so freeing to write it. And it would be so cool to sit down and just talk to somebody who would just tell you as it is, like as bluntly, but with a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, so somebody who's like bitter and deals with it by just being snarky.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Plus, she's rich and she lives on Lakeshore Drive in a big, cool condo. So.
Oh, I'm definitely reading this. What a book at? I need this book. And yes, because I'm telling you, I was just scheming through and I'm like, this is cool. Then I was looking for other stuff from you. I'm like, okay, it's only one book. Then I'm like, okay.
I know. I was like, is she gonna quote something from my book and ask
no.
And I was like, I need to nail it.
Listen, yeah, normally, but on the Brown Book series, our regular show on Wednesday nights at 6:00. Yeah, we gonna do that. But since we're keeping it light.
Right.
We only got 20 to 30 minutes. I said, we'll keep it light. We'll keep it focused on the Chicago Spring Fling and the things that you're doing here and all the good stuff. So here, you're not teaching any workshops or anything, right?
No, just attending.
And you're doing the book signing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you're doing the book signing.
Yeah.
That is going to be hot, though. Have you ever done a book signing before?
No. And what's funny is I bought this huge, like 8-foot banner thing. It's the most obnoxious thing you've ever seen.
Really?
It's like my head's like this big.
Oh, we gotta see that.
But then I bought it because I have another book signing sometime in the summer. It was like some library thing. And they're like, hey, you want to be there? And I was like, okay, sure. I'll drive to Fox Lake. Sign some books, but I was like, I'm gonna get this big banner because I have the one book. I'm like, what am I gonna do at a 6-foot table? Like, one book, I'm gonna have this big banner, and then they were like, no banners behind the thing, and I was like,
no banners.
But I got my 8-foot.
Wait, so you can have the 8-foot banner here, right?
You can't. That's what
no
I'm saying.
banners.
No. So my 8-foot banner's at home.
Oh my God! Why? Oh, because you had to attach it to the wall or something?
No, it's got to stand. I don't know what the rule is. I don't know why they didn't want one, but it was in like the rules for the book signing.
Oh my God! I
got a table runner though, so
so you good with the table runner? Listen, our whole setup is gonna be up in there. They be like, "Oh, you didn't get a banner? Sorry. Oh, you can't have one of these. My bad."
I didn't see that.
I'm not out there. They're not talking to us.
That's your go.
But we gotta check that out now if you make sure. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely love that. Okay, so publishing. Well, being an author. How do you know that? Okay, you know what? I'm going to write. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. And fuck it, just write a book and hit send. Right. When did you know this was your passion?
It took. It's gonna sound so sad.
I was laying in the wheelchair. Listen, no. Where's the vodka?
I was on a vacation in 2013. No, 2008. It was 2008, and I was in Belgium, and I was at this church, and I was just like. In Europe, like everything is so young here. So you're in here and you're just like, oh my God, this is like open in like the 900s, whatever. And I was thinking about all the people that had been through there. Like what kind of like emotions are clinging to the walls? Like, because, when your life is like the worst it is, you go to the church, right? And they have, there's like Michelangelo's got like a Virgin Jesus marble thing in there. And the beautiful Gothic and those windows, stained glass windows. You think I've been interviewing people all day? No. So, and I was just thinking about that, and I was like, what if there was like an angel here? And I was like, that would be cool. And so then in 2013, I started writing that book. And then I wrote that book, and I was like, you know what? I think this is like a trilogy. And so then I started writing that, and then I was like, I spent too many years incubating that, and now there's too much in there, and I had to just shelve it. And I was like, oh man. And then I started writing other stuff. And then, so this was the first one I could finish.
Oh my God.
So I've been working at it a long time, but I got a lot of experience in before you published it. Yeah.
So how long does it take you to write a book? Well, this is your first one. How long did it take you?
This one I started in 2017.
But
I worked on other
17,
things.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, it took like
5 years.
But I finished it in 2019, right? And then I was going to traditionally publish, and then I got an editor, and then I edited it, and and then I put it out. So
what did your editor say? She quit you? I'm just like
No, she was very good. But it was like it's got to go back and forth, right? So so I had like a dual, so it was like a developmental edit, like this isn't working, then an line edit, like you talk too much, like you can cut all this out, stuff like that. So it takes a while.
I absolutely love it. Now, okay, if you can talk to your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Oh, to chill out.
Everyone says that because 15 is just.
I had like all the emotions at once and no idea how to deal with it. So I think maybe I would just, and this is probably what everyone says too, is just like it gets better, right?
It does get better.
Like what you think is urgent is not urgent. And what I would say? I would say wait a week.
Okay.
If you're still upset in a week, then maybe you should be upset. But if you're not upset tomorrow, maybe you didn't
not
need
worth
to.
it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Okay, what is one thing that you are amazingly good at? You're like, that's my shit, whatever.
Oh, I'm amazingly good at. I'm kind of weird. I don't know, is that a talent though?
You're amazingly good at being weird. Yo, I love it.
I can make my son laugh. I'll say that.
And that's good.
Yeah, I want to impart on him a love of all things strange, to embrace the strange. Because I think if you don't, then for one, you take life too seriously.
Yeah.
And then you're just unprepared for all the weirdness out in the world.
Yeah, and then you die.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you die.
And then
You're unprepared for the weirdness, and then you're dead.
And that's when it really get weird.
That's right. And then you're unprepared for that.
You're unprepared for that. It's like, fuck.
Unprepared in life, unprepared in death.
That's sad. Holly,
Yes.
if money was no object, where would you live?
Ooh, I would live, I would live everywhere, I think. Right? If money was no object, I would have a place, I would have several places in Europe, I would have places in the US. You know, I'd have a place on a river, on the ocean, in the woods, in the city.
I ain't going to the woods though, but yeah.
Except ticks, right? Like woods are great except for the bugs.
Bugs, bears, killers, whole bunch.
Those killers in the woods. The city's fine, but don't go in the woods.
I don't want in the city either. I'm
Just in the suburbs? Oh God, the
I'm
people.
just saying. I don't know. I had to think about this thing because you be in the woods, it's all you hear. 911, where are you? We was on the
By the big oak.
we're by the big oak. We get off the trail. It's like, really?
Like you don't get off the trail, right?
Like, don't get. I'm telling you, man. I was talking to someone earlier today, and it's just like we was talking about being a 4-H member. And I'm like, yeah, I was a 4-H member, man. We went on a trail one time in the woods, and then our leader looked up one or two times, too many times for me. I was like, oh fuck, we're lost. Call my daddy. I cannot be here. I'm by the oak tree. I'm staying by this tree. So yeah, no, you good on that. Okay, so you want to live everywhere. That
I
makes
want to
sense.
live everywhere.
That makes sense. I love it. All right, what's something that you tried that you would never try again?
Sushi.
You don't like sushi?
I don't like raw fish, no. And I don't like seaweed, right? Someone's like, get a California roll. And I'm like, it's rolled in seaweed.
Seaweed. Girl, I be getting those seaweed salads. They be so cool. My God.
I can't do it.
You can't do it.
I wish I could. For one, eating sushi's cool, right? And it's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
But I can't do it.
I used to be like, how is eating something raw healthy though? Like,
Carrots, right?
I love it. Holly,
Yes.
dead or alive, if you were hosting a dinner party and could invite anybody from any era, 5 people from any era,
All right.
who would it be?
Okay. Oscar Wilde.
Really?
Oh my God. You know, he's hilarious, right?
Yes.
You know he's fun at a party.
Yes.
Who's that other guy? George Bernard Shaw. I think they could riff off each other. Like, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Who
I'm
else
not
would I
up on
want?
George Bernard Shaw. I gotta get up. Okay. George Burnett Shaw. Right?
Bernard Shaw.
Bernard Shaw. Okay.
Yeah, playwright.
Okay.
He'd be awesome.
All right.
Who else would I want? My dinner. Oh, could I have my grandma?
Yes. Gotta have Gramps there.
Oh my God, I would have my grandma there.
Sure.
I think, and my mom. I know it sounds lame, but my mom she would be hella fun.
You look like you come from a fun family.
She would be hilarious.
Okay.
So I'd have my mom there, and then I think, who else do I want? I need somebody like Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, you're the second person today that said Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you find out what happened to her, right? Be like,
Right.
hey,
Like, what's up?
where'd you go?
She'd be like 90 years old and smell really old.
That's
She'd be like,
right.
I lived out to my 90 with my bow.
Right.
Like, you named him Bo? That is absolutely awesome. Holly, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. Like, this has been an awesome interview. We're going to ask you one last question, but before we do,
Okay.
tell everybody where they can contact you, where they can get your new book. I'm going to get my book for the book signers, and you go, sign mine, put mine to the side.
All right.
Don't be telling them, be like, that's Shay's book. Don't do that. Don't touch it.
Spank.
Exactly. It's so funny because Sonali was like on my book. She said, how you want me to sign it? I said, sign to the baddest bitch. She was like, you want me to write that for real? Like, hell yeah.
I'll put that in my book.
Exactly. Yes, sign yours too. To the baddest bitch, baby. But no, tell everybody where they can find you. Get your book, all your social media handles, and all the other good stuff.
Well, luckily, the advantage to a Hollie Smurthwaite name is that I'm not that hard to find. So, HollieSmurthwaite.com, of course. I'm on Instagram the most, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
So, if you go to my website, you can get links to all those.
Get links to everything. Go pick up her novel. Her latest novel, her newest novel.
Latest novel.
Her only novel. We're going to see, can we sneak this banner in this book?
Who'll notice it?
Tell Pam, y'all set Hollie close to me, so it can be, you know what I'm saying, be like, you know, you can, it's like the media thing, you can
right?
And they be like, oh, she's with media, like, yeah, but you know, that's
my banner's like
just let it link. It can link on to ours. I absolutely love it. Hollie, if you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Oh shit.
We're in the Chicago Spring Fling. I love it. I love you. This is awesome. Me and Hollie, we're about to go to the bar. Oh no, I got one more interview. Never mind. I'm gonna meet her at the bar. She'll still be there when I finish. She's my kind of girl. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still here. We got one more interview left for today, and then we're gonna go and get dressed for the gala. We're going to be broadcasting live from the red carpet. So
nice.
Girl. I'm gonna see what you got on all the good stuff, honey. It's gonna be.
You're looking at it now.
Listen, we got to go. We'll be back. Hollie is tripping now. Goodbye.